Welcome back, everybody. You are in the Value Up Culture Building System. You hopefully did the first lesson, and we are now on the second lesson in the first phase. And excited to have you guys do this. This lesson here is actually probably a little bit shorter. We're going to try to keep them within like 15 to 20 minutes. This one will probably be even shorter than that. But I want to just give you a full scope of what's happening with teenagers and why the Value Up system is incredibly important. If you are an educator who has ever asked what happened to these sweet kids once they hit middle school, you're not alone. One day they were open-hearted, curious, and eager to learn. And then seemingly overnight, they became distant, moody, unpredictable, and socially complex. This transformation can leave school staff wondering what is going on with them, right? In this lesson, we'll unpack what's actually happening inside teenagers biologically, mentally, and emotionally. We'll touch on social changes here, but dig deeper into that in the next lesson. Educational psychologist Dr. Kathy F. Nunley has extensively studied the adolescent brain. Her findings help explain a lot of what educators observe daily in their classrooms. First of all, the hypothalamus takes the lead. This part of the brain controls key survival instincts like fight, flight, hunger, and reproduction. It's been active since birth, but during adolescence, it becomes significantly more reactive due to hormonal changes and environmental stressors. The prefrontal cortex, the frontal lobe, is still under construction. This part of the brain handles reasoning, impulse control, decision-making, and long-term planning. It helps teens think logically and consider consequences, but here is the challenge. It won't fully develop until they're in their mid-20s. The resulting brain conflict. The hypothalamus goes into overdrive during adolescence, fueling strong emotions and impulsive reactions. Meanwhile, the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for self-control and decision-making, is grossly underdeveloped. This imbalance helps explain why teens often act before they think, struggle with impulse control, make risky or short-sighted choices, and resist authority. So what's up with the mood swings? If you ever worked with a middle schooler, you know exactly what we're going for here. Number one, brain development. Like we said, the brain chemistry imbalance creates big feelings with limited ability to manage them. Number two, hormonal surges. Puberty brings intense hormonal changes that significantly impact a teenager's mood, energy levels, and ability to regulate emotions. Hormones like testosterone and estrogen surge during this time, often triggering unexpected waves of anger, sadness, or emotional shutdowns without any real clear cause. Number three, environmental stress. Teens face increasing academic demands, shifting social dynamics, peer pressure, identity formation, and possible family issues. Stress adds fuel to an already volatile emotional system. Number four, their social focus drastically changes. Around 13, a teen's social awareness skyrockets. Where younger children focus on adult approval, adolescents become laser focused on peers. Their social world becomes a primary motivator and stressor. We're going to talk more about that in the next lesson, like I said. Why do teens struggle with relationships? Dual needs. Number one, dual needs. They crave belonging but are terrified of rejection. They mask their emotions and avoid vulnerability to fit in. Number two, the impact of social media. Social media often promotes surface-level connections that lack depth and authenticity. It fuels constant comparison, which can lead to increased insecurity and self-doubt. Over time, heavy reliance on digital interaction can also limit the development of real-life communication and relationship skills. Number three, identity uncertainty. Teenagers are still figuring out who they are, and that uncertainty often makes them hesitant to form deep connections. Insecurity whispers, what if I open up and get rejected? A fear that keeps many of them guarded, even when they crave connection. To them, rejection is worse than being alone. Number four, the push-pull effect. Teens often distance themselves as a way to assert their independence, But underneath that pushback, they still deeply crave love, support, and guidance. Even when they appear to reject adult involvement, they're often silently hoping those adults won't give up on them. How does the Value Up system address this dynamic? Number one, model healthy relationships. Value Up educators prioritize connection, providing students with a clear and consistent example of what healthy, supportive relationships should look like. They want you in their lives, they just don't want you to know that. Number two, encourage open communication. Value Up educators foster an emotionally safe environment by creating space where teens can openly share their opinions and perspectives without fear of judgment. Authenticity is honored. Number three, teach emotional regulation. The Value Up curriculum guides students through emotional regulation by helping them identify, understand, and manage their feelings in a healthy and constructive way. Because emotion is not satisfied until it is expressed. It's going to get expressed, but we're going to help them express it in a more mature and balanced way. Number four, model personal connection. Value Up educators encourage face-to-face interaction and promote healthy digital boundaries without shaming teens for their use of social media. Personal connection is important. And then number five, your steady, calm presence helps teens feel safe even when they seem distant or withdrawn. Consistency is the key. And in conclusion, teenagers aren't trying to make your job harder, although I think sometimes it feels that way. They're simply trying to make sense of their world. Yes, they've changed, but they still need guidance, empathy, and connection from the adults around them. Beneath the attitude, the eye rolls, and the mood swings is a young person quietly asking, am I valuable and am I safe with you? This is the shortest lesson in this course, but I wanted to give you a refresher on, what's happening to them. It really is abrupt. It's crazy when you think about a third grader compared to an eighth grader. It's only 5 years, but it's like, an exponential difference in the way they, are and, what's going on with them. So just quick refresher. Also, don't forget to fill out the survey so we know you went through this material. And, I'm looking forward to this next lesson. I'm going to be talking about the social world and the two governments. It's probably my favorite thing to teach parents and educators because I think it's a pretty important lesson. But we'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for going through this, and hopefully you're having a good time. All right. See you. Bye.